Hello there, this is Tom. Today I'm going to show you the 2.0 version of the Energy Reader program that I released back in May, which is currently ready for release. You can actually go and download it right now. And I'm going to show you a bunch of things, and there will be text on the screen right now, where you can click to one specific thing you want to look for in this video, because there is a lot that needs to be covered, and I'm worried the video might be too long for people to be interested in watching everything. So on the screen right now you will see text or buttons or something that you can click on to get to a specific point in the video and see exactly what you need, so we don't have to watch the entire thing basically. So let's just get started, shall we? First off, you need a computer, of course. Doesn't matter where it is as long as it's somewhere at least. And I'm gonna just place it out. You need one set of monitors going up like this. You need two or more. You can actually make it as tall as you want, or not taller than that, but the best is two. So this is the computer, this is the monitor that will display how much energy you have, like a bar. And you need a vertical monitor, and I'm gonna get it a little bit away so it's simpler to see. You can have as many of these as you want, and as many of these as you want. It doesn't matter, you can just place how many you want wherever you want in your base, as long as they are connected to this computer. As in the previous setup, you need a wired modem here. You need one on each monitor, and of course for the energy cells you need one on each and every one of these. You can also have as many energy cells as you want, and you don't have to customize or edit anything. The program will know exactly how much energy you have. Unfortunately, that changes a little bit. With the previous version, you could have any type of energy cells. This program will only support resonant energy cells, and if people find that annoying, I will find a way to work around it. But for right now, you can only use it with resonant energy cells, because it will calculate based on that. So to get the right calculations, you need resonant energy cells. So after that, you just connect them all up. I'll probably show the paste bin already on the screen, so you can have that ready. So in case you don't want to watch this, and this is the easiest way. Also, this hasn't been really tested on 1.6. However, it's made to recognize which OS you're running, and you will get a different warning message depending on which version you get, as long as the version is working on your version of ComputerCraft. So first you're going to go in, or when you have everything set up, you will go into the computer and you will do paste bin get, and of course I don't have that saved there, like that, a U5E5HPAY. What you call it doesn't matter at all. With the previous version you had to call it installer. Here it doesn't matter, because the installer program will install itself. So if you call it something else, you will just have an old installation file on your computer. If you call it installer, it will just overwrite it with the patch. But the program is using installing. This was really hard to explain. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to try to explain why, but you can call it whatever you want. So I'm just gonna. I usually call it installer. You can call it, I said, anything. I'm just gonna call it install. And when that's done, you have to run the program. This will do one thing. It will check if you have, as you can see there, it will check if you have a program called Unpacker on your computer. Unpacker is just a simple, let's say, an unzip program or moving files from one folder to another, which is a part of the installation and update program. So nothing to worry about there. And here you get your current CraftOS system, and you will get the represented warning for that system. You will get a warning that says that you need, or you should get a warning, and if you don't, you're not running version of ComputerCraft that has been tested. So for 1.6 it says 1.5 I mean, warning, make sure HTTP API is enabled before starting this installation. And for the I'm just gonna look through the files just to make sure here. For the 1.6 version you will get the warning. Where is it? Warning, make sure that the HTTP whitelist is disabled or add dropbox.com to your whitelist. Because there's the program behaves differently depending on which version of ComputerCraft you have. So press Y to start the installation. If you press anything else, you would just get a smiley and a shutdown, because I didn't know what to do if you didn't press that. So I'm just gonna rerun it and press Y, and you will start installing the necessary programs, and you will be brought to EbOS, which is short for Easy Boot Operating System. This is just a concept demo, which is showing how the program is going to work, but everything is hard coded into this, so it knows that the program is Energy Reader. The idea about EbOS is that you can easily run any program from your computer, and as long as all your programs are set up the right way, it will recognize, and you can simply just boot them through this menu. I'm gonna show this further later on, but or I'm going to show this further, not right now, but later. And we're going to do Energy Reader and run, and you will be asked how many energies you have, and we have 4. So we're going to type in 4 and type in the peripheral number found in chat and press enter, and here you will see an example and you have to fill out the example. So for this we're just gonna right click on this, and you will see that you have the same thing as on the computer, which means you just need to fill in these numbers, which is 8, 9, 10 and 11. 8, 9, 10 and 11. These numbers are different for you. It depends on how many peripherals that have been opened on your URL or server. So it will not be 8, 9, 10 and 11. It will be something else. If it's the first thing, it will first time, it will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. And hit enter, Now we'll get a question about horizontal monitors. This can be tricky for some. Horizontal is this monitor. It's self-explanatory if you know that, but I know some people that actually don't know that horizontal is like this way, and vertical is this. So for people out there that might not know that, I'm just explaining that horizontal monitor is this monitor, and we just have one, and we basically just do the same. Right click, and that's monitor 11, and we will get the same here, and the monitor will be 12, and enter, and the computer will reboot, and we will be set back to EbOS as soon as it's ready, and everything is black. Well, we go back and we run the program again. So that is the basic setup. As I said, you can set this up however you like. I have an example over here. This is currently, or was, draining power. Yeah, the energy cell is full. Let's just output another one so we can show you. This is an example of setup. The computer is running, and you can have as many monitors as you want. I have currently not found any limit to how many monitors. I haven't tested with more than 5, but if someone has tried more than 5 and it's not working, you will see it on the screen right now what the limit is. However, right now I haven't found any limits. A lot of talking, but I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. It might not be as simple as possible, but I'm trying at least. I'm going to show off EbOS. To get back to EbOS when you're in the energy reader, you can just stay here and hold Control T, and you will terminate the RF reader. This will then no longer update, but they will still show what it was when you terminate it, and it will get back to normal when you run the program again. However, one of the most things I found annoying about what people make is when they force me to do something. For example, YouTube and G+ or Google+. I hate when people or someone, a developer, force you to do something. EbOS has been configured, or I have taken that into consideration about EbOS, and I'm not forcing you to use it. And how I'm not forcing you is you can just simply, first time you boot up, you can hit energy reader, arrow keys to move like it says down here, enter to select, and backspace to go back. You can just open energy reader and you get run, auto run, edit peripheral, or manual update, and you can just hit auto run, and you are no longer running EbOS. When let's hold Control S to shut down the computer, and everything will turn black. When you start up the computer, the energy reader program will just run. The reason is, I said it with EbOS that if you have selected auto run, the RF reader will run before EbOS. But if you terminate, you can still get back to EbOS by terminating this program, and you will get back to EbOS. But when you reboot, the computer will actually run the reader again. So to disable that, you just hit auto run again, and now EbOS will be first. So you can change between EbOS to boot first, or energy reader to boot first by just going in and hit auto run. I would not recommend using EbOS because when you log into your rural and load your base, you will basically have this system up and running. You don't want to go in and manually set it up. But this is just a concept, and it shows what I think an operating system should be on ComputerCraft operating system should be, because I've tried to look up a lot of operating systems on ComputerCraft, and a lot of them is just a fancy background text and paint editor, and I don't. That's not an operating system. That's a background with a taskbar and the ability to write files and uh, um, paint basically and edit pictures. Um, that's not an operating system. That's just a fancy way to do that. So how I was thinking was, in ComputerCraft you have to make an operating system that is not like an operating system on your computer, but you have to make an operating system that would suit for Minecraft. And that's why I decided to choose my operating system to work with easily booting programs and such. This is not the final look, this is like a terminal look, but I'm hoping to get like a fancy look to it with icons and stuff like that. But this, as I said, is just a concept demo. I'm not sure how long I want to go with it, but I'm gonna basically try to implement every program to work with EbOS, or all my programs working with EbOS in the future. But I'm not going to force you to do it. EbOS will just be the simplest way to get my programs, basically. But for right now, just a concept demo. I really want your feedback on it, and if you have any suggestions about it, just leave it in the comments, and we can see what we can do about it. I'm just going to change the time. But enough of that. You can select each and every one of these. As I said, it's just a concept, so which I'm still doing stuff. Everything for one program will be under one, let's say, line. So basically, actually, the help and the dev should actually be under Energy Reader, but it's just a concept, so I'm not gonna change that now. So open Energy Reader and you will get run, which will run the program. Auto run, which will auto run the program instead of EbOS at the beginning, as explained earlier. Edit peripheral will delete your peripheral settings, and you can be able to customize it. So for instance, if you have set up just one vertical and one horizontal monitor and 4 energy cells, and you want to change that or add more to it, you just go in here and hit edit peripheral settings, and you can then change the numbers and add more peripherals to your system. It will basically just run the peripheral settings as it did at the beginning. And you have manual update, which is force update basically, and it will get the necessary information to start up basically. And when it's done, you will get back here, and if you have autorunner, it will start the program and not EbOS, as said. Help is just showing you a page with the most asked questions about the previous version. I'm going to go a little further into that in just a second, but you can open there and you will get the most asked questions about the program. This will be changed depending on what questions that have been asked, and I also want to implement it so if I can't help you with comments and stuff like that, you can activate a debug version which will upload certain files and configuration stuff to me, so I can get your files and see what's wrong. And but that's for the future, basically. You can enter development mode. Currently that does nothing. The reason is because the version that is released now is the exact same that I have in my development folder. I have a separate development folder in my ComputerCraft download folder, and now they are exactly the same version. But what the development this button does is it will set your computer to a development computer, and that will give you the newest version. However, I would not recommend it, not because you will ruin anything for me, but you will get the newest version of the program, which is not out yet. And if I, for instance, found a problem and I fucked up one of the programs in it, and I just rage quit and just thought I'll fix it tomorrow, you will have a problem, because you will get that bug into your system with the development. And I'm going to show you just how this works. So just gonna open development, and it will take 20 seconds for it to start. You can hold Control R to cancel this, but if you let it count down, it's too late, and you will patch in like this when you see it here. Now it's too late. Now you have development things in, and you will be asked to update. You can cancel this, but you're still in development mode. There is no way to get out of the development mode that I've programmed in. The only way to get out of it is to get into CraftOS 1.5, and you just what was it called again? List. You will see there's a dev thing here. You have to delete the dev program, and when that is deleted, you can just reboot and force update, and you will be back into the regular version. I'm explaining you that in case you go into the development version. I might be recommending for some people to go into the development version. I might also set a password to it to make sure that not a lot of people are accidentally going into it, but be careful, because that version will be more unstable than the current version because it's not released yet. Lua will just open the regular Lua like you could do usually, so you can test simple things. Hello world, like you could do in Lua usually, and when you exit, you go back to EbOS, and you can go back to CraftOS as well. You can either just hit Control T or just go to CraftOS. But then you are in CraftOS there. This is also hard programmed into the system, so if you're running 1.6, it will say 1.5, but it is 1.6. You can reboot the computer, and you can shut down the computer, and that's basically EbOS. Just an easy boot operating system that's actually not necessary, but it will simplify and make the use of this program a lot more simpler for everyone that's not used to ComputerCraft. But yeah, that's basically it for the program. It took me half a year or so, or I started like mid-September or something, and I did a lot of programming. and I finished it up the other day when I realized how little I had left, and I just finished it. So yeah, but thanks for watching. I hope you find this video helpful to set up the program, and I hope you find the RF reader program useful. I know I did when I played on a server, and it makes it so you can use these, but sometimes you don't want these to be displayed, and you can just display monitors with it. And I found it a lot more cooler than just showing that. But I had to debug and have this there. So it's been a lot of fun for me, and it will be updated, but for right now, and I think for the rest of this year, it will not be updated with new features. It will be patched if someone find a bug, but no new features will come until there is a Feed Beast pack for 1.6 with these programs or these mods. I should put this in as a text at the beginning, but I'm saying it right now. You need computer craft, open peripherals, and thermal expansion for this program to work. I know a lot of people have been asking me and telling me it's not working, and they don't have open peripherals installed, which means they can't get the information from the energy cells. You have to have open peripherals for that to work. I can't remember the specific information, but I'll leave the information somewhere on the screen at the beginning, so you can see the specific information on what mods this program was made in. So that's basically it, actually. I know I've been talking a lot now, but this program has really been fun to work with, and I really wanted to explain it in detail. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy Tom's RF Reader 2.0, and hopefully there will not be an update or bug fix patch for this in the future. I really worked to try to not have to deal with that. But thanks for watching. Ask me questions about it in the comments if you have problems. Leave feedback. Subscribe if you really like this, and tell me if you have any ideas that you think should be added to this program, or just a program that you want to be made, or if you have any ideas for EbOS. I should stop here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. And as always, the classic the sky. Bye bye.